Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Alright, so you've seen the epic views, the foodie feast, the dreamy sunsets, but today we're flipping the camera around. Welcome to the real Travel Diaries, the stuff I don't usually show you. Right guys, so what I want you to do is just cast your memories back to 2003. I think it was November-ish time. I'll leave a link to the video here somewhere. So I went to Taiwan, didn't I? And it's a very, very long journey. So from London Heathrow, I flew Cathay Pacific and I flew 11 and a half hours, yes, 11 and a half hours all the way to Hong Kong to then have a quick stop there and then move on to Taiwan, Taipei. So basically boarded my flight as you do from Heathrow thinking, oh God, 11 and a half hours, not that bad, I've done it longer before. Anywho, we're a bit into the flight now, and there's this guy that's really like sort of lanky behind me, and we're sat in economy, sat in economy, all of us, and nothing wrong with that. Anyway, sat in economy, and then next minute I feel this like boom, boom on the back of my seat, right? Literally, I'm thinking, what the bloody hell? I'm thinking, are we going down or what? What's happening here? Shit. So I think to myself, hold on, let me turn around. This guy has literally got up. He's hanging onto the back of the chairs like this, right? And he is booting my chair. I'm thinking, mate, what the hell are you doing? He's gone, oh, you need to put your chair forward. I'm like, well, no. I've paid for this, just like you've paid for your chair. I don't tell you whether you should recline or not recline your chair, mate. So anyway, he's just kept booting and booting the chair. So I thought to myself, I'm not having this. I'm going to start recording instantly because I thought, hold on, black geezer here. They're going to think, no, probably land the plane early somewhere in Russia or wherever. And then I'll probably end up in prison for about 20 million years for something that I didn't even do. So I started recording the guy instantly, just so I had some proof, like, well, this is what he's doing, he's kicking me chair. Anyway, I've called one of the stewardesses, so I've pressed the button to call him. I said, excuse me, can you tell him to stop kicking my chair? And she's asked me to put the chair forward. I'm like to her, well, no, I can do what I like with this chair. I've paid for this chair, this is my chair at the end of the day. So you can jog right on. So anyway, she's like to me, oh yeah, well we ask in meal service if you can put your chair upright. I said, well, is it meal service? I don't see any meals being served. I said, not only that, but I've done a lot of flights, love, and I've never heard something so stupid in my life. You can put your chair upwards and backwards whenever you like. I said, the only time you can tell someone to have their seat upright is when this plane is due to take off, prior to takeoff, or when it's taxied. Other than that, that person can have their chair fully reclined, they can have it midway. It's up to them. It's theirs at the end of the day. They've paid the money for it. She was like, well, you know, he is right at the end of the day, as in me. I was like, I bloody know I am. And the guy's like, oh yeah, but I'm 6 foot. I'm like, well, mate, that sounds like a you problem, not a me problem, fella, right? That honestly sounds like a you problem. So that means what you should have done then is you should have bought yourself either an aisle seat, so paid the extra, or you should have basically upgraded yourself, gone for a business or a first class seat. But that's not my problem if you don't want to pay that extra money. I didn't want to say couldn't afford because I don't know the guy, just like he don't know me, because he could well afford it but just be tight as fuck. So anyway, I thought to myself, well, that's a you problem then, mate. So anyway, the woman's gone, whatever else. He started booting the chair again. I thought, no, press the bell. I said, get me the manager. Get me the manager, the crew manager. So I explained to her what was going on. And then she was like, yeah, we asked people during in meal service to basically put the seats upright. So then it's easier for, you know, passengers behind to obviously eat as well. I'm like, which I understand, your colleague said that. And, you know, you said that you make announcements, which there was no announcements made. But anyway, back to the point, it wasn't meal service. It was just during the flight. So I was like, well, no, I'm going to have it back whether I like it or not. So you need to either upgrade me to first or business. I said, do you have that? She's like, oh, no, I don't have. Sort of. I'm like, well, do you know what I mean? Then you need to move him or tell him to stop kicking my chair, because it's so wrong what he's doing. And then he started swearing on all this. I said, not only that, but look, he's swearing on a plane. I said, there's little kids and everything on this plane. I said, he needs to watch his mouth. Anyway, also, then I got involved. There was a little, I think she was a Chinese woman, sat next to me. The poor old lady, right? She sat next to me, and she's basically like, as well, she's like, she was trying to do some work on a MacBook. So she put a tray table down during the flight, but the person in front of her had reclined the seat. So now her whole MacBook's starting to close like that. I'm thinking, oh, well, that's unfortunate, isn't it? So anyway, she's just used her common sense like they do. And she's just moved it to the side, and she's holding it one hand, and she's sort of like typing and doing what she's doing sort of in the aisle instead. I was like, well, she knows what she got for, what she's got, what she's going to get, just like this guy should. I said to the guy, I said, mate, at the end of the day, you've bought an economy seat, right? Or whoever, if someone's bought a seat for you, they should have told you, oh, yeah, I've got you an economy seat, so there's going to be no room. You basically know there's no leg room for your whole entire flight. So, anywho, I'm thinking to myself, mate, honestly, this needs to stop now. So then the woman spoke to him, the manager woman, and she spoke to him, and then he basically stopped. He hated it the whole flight. Do you know what? As soon as she went, do you know, I literally, when she spoke to him and that, I literally rose out that chair like a salmon. Honestly, I rose out the chair like a salmon. And I thought to myself, this is amazing, right? I felt like Martin Luther bloody King. I wanted to just stand up and be like to the people, yeah! So literally then, yeah, I've got out of my seat and I've said, you need to stop kicking the chair now. Otherwise, what I'm going to do is I want to make this whole plane get literally land mid somewhere because of you, and make sure you get nicked, mate, because you're having a laugh. And then his silly little missus, they were all Aussies, thought they were entitled. I was like, mate, you probably do this flight once a year. You know, you well and truly know how long and uncomfortable it is going to be for you. But I tell you what, the guy got so lucky as well. So basically what it was is there was the seat behind. So I was on the aisle seat. I love an aisle seat. Let me know in the comments, what is your favourite seat? Are you a middle seat? Are you an aisle seat? Are you a window seat? But I was basically on the aisle seat, so was he. But he was kind of lucky because the way that they had sort of configured the chairs, there was sort of like a large enough space for him to stretch his 6 foot long giant bean leg out, basically. All he needed to do was get up and bloody move more. So anyway, which he just couldn't be asked to do. Then his missus started getting involved, and they started getting all fucking rah-de-rah, hassle this, that, blah-de-blah. I was like, you want to pipe down, love, it's nothing to do with you. Sorry about the coughing, people. I've actually just recovered from an illness. I had a really bad cold for a week, but you know what men are like. We're literally are terrible with things like that. So, basically, I stood up, I was there, I was like Martin Luther King, I was like to the people, yes, I've done this. He's had to sit his ass down now and pipe the hell down. I literally went to, you know, you go to cock out your leg like that, and you're literally like, oh, yes, I've won. I went to do it, and you know when you stub your toe, I've stubbed my toe on the seat in front of me, I'm thinking, oh my God, that hurt. But I took a nice large swig of my drink, and then I pressed the bell once more time, and I said, here love, get me another 2 drinks. I was thinking to myself, that's like 2 victory drinks there, 2 victory drinks. I was absolutely loving it. So that was 1-0 to me. Then when the plane lands, he thinks, oh yeah, I'm going to give it all the large in now because I'm about to get off, you know, as he does, and because he stands up. So, you know, everyone gets up, they all get up on a plane. And I don't know why to get up, because it's like, well, you ain't going nowhere because there's 100 people in front of you and they got to get off first. So anyway, he gets up, he stands up, and then you know the overhead bins at the top of the plane. So there's me thinking he's like that. He's literally crooked his neck like that because he's so fucking tall, the twat. But he sat in economy because he clearly can't afford it. Just like I couldn't. That's why I was in economy. So anyway, he sat there. He stood up, and I thought to myself, hold on a minute, this is my moment. So what I'd done is when he weren't looking, I've pulled the handle up, and the overhead bin has started to open, and literally he's just conked him right in the fucking head. He's gone, oh my God, you are an absolute twat. He's like to me, what's your problem, fella? I'm like, I ain't got no problem. I said, mate, you're the one who's just hit your head on that. So again, it sounds like a you problem, not a me problem, fella. And then do you know what he goes? The guy was so fucking bad. Literally, he goes to me, do you know what? He's tapped me, and I've said, hey, don't touch me. Do not touch me, because I'll have you nicked on the other side, fella, and you won't be going to know Australia. So, he's tapped me, and he's gone, do you know what? I hope your next plane crashes. I was like, that's not a very nice thing to say now, is it? I said, anyone? So I thought to myself, let me shout, anyone on the Taipei flight from Hong Kong out next? This guy's just wished us all death that our plane crashes. Everybody looked at him. It was like, because it was a plane that was literally landed in Hong Kong, you had people that looked like Jackie Chan and all this. I thought, he's just about to go and get it, mate. I thought, what an absolute idiot. But I don't ever know what happened to the guy. Hopefully his plane crashed, to be fair. Nah, I'm not that guy. I am not that kind of guy. I would not wish that upon anybody. So, basically, the moral of the story is, if you can't afford it, don't fly, or get yourself a seat that you're going to be comfortable. If you're 6'8", that ain't my problem. That's a you problem, fella. All right. So this really set the whole tone for the whole trip, to be fair. So now, what's happened next? I'm thinking myself, oh, it seems a bit jinxed here, to be honest. Like, what's going on? But honestly, it set the whole tone for the whole trip, because it was just then onwards a nightmare, complete and utter nightmare, the whole thing. So this is the next sequence of events that then happened, and was a complete and utter disaster, real nightmare, to be honest. So what then happened is I've basically booked a hostel. So I'm in a hostel. Naval travel tip, travel hack. Sometimes, especially in Asia, if you're in Asia, use hostels. People like places like Japan, China, Korea, because they are a lot cheaper and they're so safe. The people have respect for you. Okay, so they're not going to make loud noises. They're going to keep the place clean. They're going to keep it tidy. All of that kind of stuff. So what then happened? I check into this one place, thinking, it's not that bad, you know. Yeah, you'll never be in the room anyway, for the simple fact of, you know, you're out there, you've gone all that way, you've travelled 14 odd hours to explore and see this new country. Anyway, so I get there, check in, I'm only due at this place for I think 3 or 4 days, something like that. Then I had to book another place, because this is another reason. So, Taiwan people, listen intensely now. Taiwan, okay, they have a real shortage of hotels and hostels. You want tourism, you want people to come and visit, bloody give us the hotels, give us the room. I know they're trying to build it and try and create that whole thing right now, but you need to be faster with it. So, what then happens is, I get there, I literally think to myself, right, okay, so I've got to pack up my stuff, move to my next place. It's across the other side of town. I'm thinking, all right, get on, sweating my titties off now, literally, because it was real good weather in Taiwan for some reason then. I was looking at I think it was roughly around 29 degrees each day. Again, I'll link the video so you can go and watch the previous videos. So basically, I then go all the way over the other side to Taiwan. I get on the metro system. Nice, easy trip, but it was difficult because I had a massive backpack, plus then this smaller backpack with all my sort of camera gear and stuff that I was wearing on the front. So I just looked like I was mad, and I was just sweating because it was like, I don't know, it was nearly 30 degrees on the day I decided to try and move. So basically, I go there. There is this hard-nosed face woman. I've never seen it. Normally people in Asia, so friendly, so friendly. She looked like Miss Trunchbull. She looked like she was ready to rip anyone's head off. That literally spoke like just what she felt might have been bad towards her. So I do that, go to check in. She goes, oh yeah, here's, yeah, we need the card that you booked with. I had read this, by the way. I'd booked this through booking.com. Affiliate link down below in the description. Come on guys, help us out here. So anyway, I'm basically there now, and I go, oh yeah, no problem, love, I've got the card with me. So, because I made sure I checked to make sure I brought all my cards and everything, because normally in the UK I never carry my cards. Like, who does anymore? You just either tap to pay with your watch or your phone, and that's it. There's no need to carry your cards. Cash is pretty much obsolete. Anywho, so, give her the card, and she goes, not today, that's not the card. I was like, what do you mean that's not the cards I used to book? I said, love, don't tell me. I said, I've got one card. One card, right? And I'm telling you, I know that this is the card. And I only got one. So basically, she was like, okay. I'll try again. So I ask her to try again. She does, she tries again. And she's like, oh, nah. Not the card. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Not only have I just had this on the plane, now, a couple of days in after I've had a great day, I've started off great in Taiwan, this woman's now on me nuts. I'm thinking, oh my God, this trip is becoming a nightmare, an absolute nightmare. So, what then happens is I'm like, hold on a minute, let me just double check that I haven't brought an old card that I hadn't cut up or whatever else. And I said, well love, it is the numbers anyway, because you know you can log into the banking and you can just show the numbers. So I said, look, it's the same numbers, punch it in on your little computer didgeridoo thing. So she did, she attempted it again. And then she was like, no, it's not the card. I'm like, you fucking pissing me off now, love. She was like, oh, well, we're not going to be able to check you in without the card that you used to book. I was like, well, this is the only card I literally have with me. I said, well, you need to give me money back then, because you've already taken the money, because you know hotels, they take the money and hold it until you actually stay, and then they'll deposit the money to their account. So I was like, oh, well, do me a refund then, and then we'll do it. And she was like, oh, we don't normally give refunds, but okay, on this circumstance, because she felt I was being rude to her. I was like, love, I'm not being rude to you. I'm just telling you because I know that it's my only card. So I don't know why she was getting all arsey, but you know what some people are like. So anyway, I was like, oh, well, what I'll do is I'll try and go back to the last place that I stayed at. So there's me thinking, shit, what am I going to do now? I'm thinking, fucking hell, I'm going to have to literally run over back to my last hostel that I was at and see if I can get a room there. So jump back on the train, all the bags again, huffing and puffing. But I left this dodgy area anyway, which I wasn't happy. As soon as I got there, I was thinking, fucking hell, this is like, you know, some of London's shadier parts. It gave me sort of Brixton or Toplam vibes. Not that there's anything wrong with those places, because there are very nice people there as well, and they are great places. But So I was like to myself, okay, go over there and go and see the nice woman on the check-in. I said, hey, yeah, apparently I needed the card to book it, to check in, and I haven't got the card. So they won't let me check in at the other place that I went to move to. Have you got any room? She goes on the computer and she's like, computer says no. I'm like, oh my God. I was like, what about tomorrow? She's like, no. I'm like, oh Jesus Christ. I'm like, now I'm in Taiwan and I've got no hotel, got no accommodation. I said, not only that, this is my first time in Taiwan. I'm thinking, oh my bloody God. Don't really know the city like I know Korea or Thailand and places like that, you know, which are a lot easier to get accommodation anywhere, anytime, even if you've not got anything booked. So, I get my bags, and I think to myself, well, I'm fucked. I'm literally fucked now. What am I going to do? So I start searching online and all this kind of stuff. Everywhere's booked up. Literally everywhere is booked up. There's no hotels. All in the, in the immediate area booked up. So I'm thinking, where's the nearest hotel? The nearest hotel was basically in another city from Taipei. It was way outside. It would have taken me well over an hour. I was like, well, then there's no point in that. What's the bloody point in that? Because everything that I need to do and see is in that main area. So I'd be far out, and it's hard to navigate and things like that because it's Mandarin. And I was just like, oh, please, why me? Why? So I said to the lady, oh, can I just leave me bags here while I just do some stuff? She's like, yeah, sure, we can keep it safe for the room. And then I had no luck, so I went back and I said to her, oh, please, anything you have at all. She's like, any cancellations? She's like, no, nothing. I said, oh, do you think it would be all right if I just stayed on that sofa in reception later on tonight? She's like, well, I can't really do that, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh. So basically, because I'd been already stayed at that place for 3 or 4 days, I'd made a friend that always used to sit down in reception and be doing some sort of work on his MacBook. Anyway, what I thought to myself, oh, let me butter the woman up. I said, I even offered to pay her just to leave my bags there. So I did. I didn't pay her. She just said, oh, you can leave it there for free. You can do this, you can do that. It's fine. And then I was like, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to wing it. I literally was like to myself, I'm going to stay out all night. I'll use the bars and clubs because they don't close till late, or they just don't close at all pretty much. And that's how I'll get around it. So I've attempted it. I've been out all day. And then I went to a bar I know, and it was 4 a.m, but I started to feel really tired and a bit drunk because I was trying to drown my sorrows. So I thought, let me go back there, see if old matey's sat down in the lobby doing some work on his computer. Surprise, surprise. Who's there? He's there. So I bang on the thing. He's thinking, oh yeah, he's probably still staying here. He don't know. He's come and opened the door for me. I've said, oh mate, yeah, you couldn't just, yeah. He's like, yeah, sure, just do your thing. I literally sat there and fell asleep all night. This one girl that I'd made as her friend, she's British. She was from Surrey, Malden originally. I went out to karaoke and all this stuff with her. Left her in the bar because I was just knackered by this stage because I'd been out and about walking all day and drunk, whatever else. And I'll leave a picture here of my eyes, how many bags were under my eyes. And literally, I've literally woke up on the sofa in the reception area. But do you know, the only reason why I got woken up was because I'd been probably farting it all night. The place stunk. And you know where you sit and you sweat in your own clothes because you shouldn't sleep in your own clothes. I must have been cooking. So the whole reception area now stinks. Absolutely stinks. And what I'm getting woken up by, I'm literally coughing. Coughing. Worse I am now. This woman, she's got this whole Febreze spray and she's spraying it all around me until I basically wake up and then she gets closer and closer to me like I'm one of them little fly things that she's trying to just get out of here. So anyway, I think I kind of get the point. I'm like, all right, love, oh, fucking hell, I think I'll go outside, all right. But I literally stank out the whole reception area. My breath was kicking from not having brushed my teeth. And I thought, oh, back out again. I need to try and find the hotel. So I was thinking to myself, I can't do this again. So anyway, I meet my mate, who's, I found out as a doctor, and I actually went to middle school with him. Met him. He was just randomly out there in the same city. I hadn't seen him for years, absolutely years. So anyway, he's like, oh, I'll try and help you find one. All one in line, nothing, everything booked up. So then I even asked my mate, I'm like to my mate, oh, do you think I could just like bundle in, sneak into your thing? He's like, oh, it's really strict on the thingy. They're going to ask questions and this and that, which they are pretty strict in Taiwan and Taipei. It's hard to do things like that. So if you're looking to be naughty with little Taiwanese, yeah, probably get that out of your mind. That ain't happening. So anyway, that was that idea out of the question. So I think I can't do this for another night. Literally, I've then started to have a look. There's a few free hotels now. I'm thinking, fucking hell, this is great. Look at the prices. I'm like, how much? I'll leave a link here again and show you how much how much they wanted for one night. Literally, I think the prices were starting at around 200 to 300. So she's looking at 200, 250, 300 per night, that was. I was like, oh my God, that better be the Ritz for that. That better be the fucking Burj Khalifa or something. You know what I mean? That better be 7-star. When you looked at it, it was like 2-star. 2-star. 3-star. For 200 quid minimum. You're having a laugh. I was like, oh my God, I'm not paying that. And then I was thinking, oh, but I'm starting to get desperate now. I was thinking, oh, I don't know what to do. I'm thinking, oh, should I just do it? Fuck it. I can't just do this again. It's absolutely killing me. Plus, I'm supposed to be enjoying the trip. I'm supposed to be getting some footage for you guys, all of this kind of stuff. I thought, do you know what? I'm going to fold. I'm going to do it. When I tell you this place was so broken down for $250, you're going to be like, Ad, you absolute mug. You paid that for that. Again, I'll link it here. Okay, so you can see it, and I'll show you the actual booking confirmation so you can see the price that I actually paid for the hotel in English pounds. Unbelievable. So getting there, the room was absolutely massive, 2 massive beds and stuff like that, but it was so run down, it was unbelievable. It was like, mate, I wouldn't even let me dog bloody sleep in that. Do you know what I mean? You've got to be having a laugh. So basically, yeah, I just lapped it up and done it. And then I was in search again, because I was thinking, well, I need somewhere else to stay now. I need somewhere else to stay. How am I going to do this? I can't keep doing this every night, chasing it around. And I'm supposed to be on holiday in Taiwan here. How am I going to just, you know what I mean? So then basically, yeah, I had to keep on trying to find and search and get myself another place. So then what I decided to do is I was like, oh, okay, I'll go back to that place now, see if they've got any room, the original place where I stayed at. She's like, oh, we still don't have nothing, I'm sorry, we've got for these days. So I was like to myself, oh shit, maybe I better just fucking book it. So I booked it in advance, it was like for the next day. So I was like, oh, well, because I'm staying here, do you think I could leave my bags here again free of charge? And I was sort of traipsing around, and oh, it became such a task. It was not fun at all. You guys saw all the highlights, obviously. I was putting on a brave face, you know, I was trying all these dishes for you out in Taiwan, and I was doing this and doing that. But honestly, it was so grueling. It was unreal. I literally just wanted to give up after a while and just go home, because it was a nightmare. But it is what it is. Lesson learned. So if you go to Taiwan, make sure you got all of your accommodation booked up. And if you do stay at certain places, make sure you bring that card with you. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself in a sticky situation just like I did. I'll tell you what as well, because I had to camp out like that and literally stayed at night on the sofa and everything like that, and was just stinking, hadn't had a shower, wasn't eating properly because I was too busy during the day, almost like a job. I was trying to find myself some accommodation in an absolutely foreign place, and a place where Mandarin is the first and pretty much only language spoken. I can't read the symbols, anything like this. You're thinking, oh my God, this is dire, absolute dire. So, in the end, basically, I was lucky enough, and I found. Just getting attacked here by a bee. So yeah, in the end I was lucky enough, and I got back into my old accommodation because they had space for me. So I just basically done one night like that, and then one night in this well expensive £250 I think it was a night room. But yeah guys, it was not easy. So then also as well, one of my recent trips, again I'll link it here somewhere in the video, my Japan trip. So I'm in Japan, I'm in Osaka, I'm due to meet my friend Greg, which some of you, if you've watched the Japan video, you would have seen him in the video. So I'm in Osaka and I'm meant to go to Nagoya, which is the city that he actually lives in. It's only about 45 minutes by train on the bullet train basically. So anyway, I'm thinking, oh, I'll take it easy tonight out in Osaka. I'll just go to a few izakayas, not have too many drinks, blah de blah. What happens, typical me, go and get right on it, don't I? Absolutely steaming. So I meet these two Aussies who then tell me they're Aussie coppers and they're on holiday. Honestly, I'm going to link that video here. You need to go watch that. It was good. So meet these two Aussie coppers. We end up getting a skinful. You know, we end up making these silly TikToks. Please check out the TikTok channel as well. I'll leave the link in the description. So then what happens? Go into this one bar, and it's a foreigner friendly bar. So, oh, can I sit at the bar? They're like, yeah, sure. They put me right further to the back next to these two American guys that I then find out within seconds of sitting there. Oh yeah, where you from? Bloody blah. They've gone, oh, we're from America, dude. We're from goddamn America. You know, like Americans are always proud and, you know, show and love that they're the fact that they're from America. So anyway, within seconds, seconds of sitting there, they've all gone to me, yeah, we're Trump fans, we love Trump. And I'm thinking, oh mate, nobody, who asked you that? Did anyone ask you that? No. Then the whole conversation just turns west. They're like, yeah, where we're from that redneck city. And all I'm thinking, oh my fucking God, here we go. Anyway, they've then basically gone to me, yeah, we're going to go to a Family Guy bar. I was like, what do you mean Family Guy? Like, you know the TV programme, right? I was like, yeah, because they love to theme things, the Japanese. So I was like, well, where is it? Like, well, it's across the road. I'm like, oh, across the road, hell yeah, come on, I'm up for it. So I've gone over there, started getting on the karaoke and that, getting a bit more drunk. But the guy, I noticed, one of the guys, he kept like reaching, he had like this man bag across him, and he kept reaching and playing with it all the time. I'm thinking, what the hell's this guy doing? Is he trying to like, you know, take something or whatever? I was like, where's my AirPods and kind of thing like that. And then I realised, and I was thinking, so I've gone off, met these Aussies in the other corner of the bar. They're watching me back because I'll find out later on, like I said, they're old Bill. Anyway, he's then basically, I think, keeps reaching for his like little man bag because he's getting like some sort of drugs or LSD or something. You know, the tabs that are see-through. And I think he's put one in my drink because it's a common issue actually in Osaka, Japan. So do watch out if you do go to Osaka for this. It's a classic thing. You'll see other tourists that live there that are struggling and that need help in terms of money and things like that. They will do things like this in order to boost their own funds, really, and then or acquire more money by acquiring things. So I think their intention was to spike me in order for me to get drunk, lose my stuff, because they saw that I'd paid with my Apple Watch. They see I had AirPods when I walked into the bar, all this kind of bullshit. So I've taken a sip of this drink now, and I think to myself, oh, hold on a minute, that don't taste right. What was it like? It was like a square, clear thing in my mouth. But I don't know why, stupidly, I've decided to swallow it. Or not even like take it out with my hands and think, oh, what the hell's this? So I do that, and yeah, then a little bit later on, I didn't feel right at all. I'll leave a link or a photo or something here for you to have a look, and you'll see my face. You'll be like, what the hell? It looks like he's on something here. And it was like the worst feeling ever. I'm thinking to myself, shit, I need to get back to the hotel. I'm meant to be going to Nagoya tomorrow to meet Greg. Really, really early I was supposed to leave. Set about 5 alarms. Just slept through them all, like it was nothing. Slept through them all, and then woke up. I had to call Greg. I was like, mate, I'm literally late. I'm so sorry. I've literally only just woken up. I was like, oh, I don't know what happened to me. I don't know what happened. And then I kind of explained to him when I got back, and I felt rough as hell all day, literally all day. I was like just dying. But I was lucky I made it back, and then I made kind of like friends on the way. And again, you'll see some mad photo I took with like this. He was like he was basically like a Japanese guy with dreads, because they all love that out there. I don't know why they do it, to be fair, but yeah, they love to do it. So yeah, that was another story for you there. But anyway, people, the main thing is stay safe, but keep the travel up going, of course. Let me know in the comments, what is your most horror travel story, and if you have one. And yeah, just mind how you go, people. Enjoy. Peace.